Welcome back to another Disneyland Hotel Diary. Planning that perfect trip can be so much fun, but let's be real, choosing the right hotel can be a total headache. So in this explainer, we're doing the hard work for you, digging into one of the most popular, budget-friendly options out there, the Best Western Courtesy Inn.
You know the feeling, right? It's one of the biggest and honestly most stressful decisions for any Disneyland trip. You're trying to figure out where you're going to crash after walking, 10 miles in the parks? It can seriously make or break the whole vacation.
So today, we're taking a deep dive into a really popular, budget-friendly spot that's just a short walk from all the magic. Now, this isn't some fancy luxury resort, but it gets a ton of buzz for its value. Our goal here is simple. We're going to give you the key takeaways from hundreds of guest reviews to help you decide if this is the right home base for your trip.
Okay, let's start with the hard numbers. Across more than 600 reviews, the hotel pulls a solid 3.8 out of 5 overall. But what really jumps out here is where it scores high. A 4.3 for location and a 4.2 for service. Those are two huge factors for any Disney trip. And that 4.0 for value? Well, that's pretty much the whole story right there.
All right, so first up, let's tackle the number one question for any off-property hotel. Location. How far is it really? Let's talk about the actual walk to the parks.
Okay, so the general agreement from reviews is you're looking at about a 15 to 30-minute walk. Now, that's not exactly right next door, but guest after guest said it was still way faster and definitely cheaper than driving and dealing with the parking garage. It's a totally manageable walk, but you gotta know which way to go.
And this right here is probably the single most important tip we found. Joe H. points out a super common mistake. You see that tram garage and you think, great, a shortcut, but you can't get in. It's for employees only. So the key takeaway is you have to walk down the main Disneyland Drive. Just knowing this one thing ahead of time will save you so much frustration.
Okay, so the location's solid, as long as you know the route. But what about the room itself? Let's head inside and see what your actual home base for the trip looks like.
Inside, you're getting all the must-haves for a park vacation. People consistently say the beds are comfy, and this is a big one, the rooms are clean. You've got a microwave and a mini fridge, which are total lifesavers for leftovers and keeping drinks cold. The only real complaint that pops up now and then is a noisy AC unit, so just something to keep in mind.
I love this quote from Natalie H. because it just hits the nail on the head. Value, comfort, cleanliness, and friendly staff. This is exactly what the hotel is trying to deliver. It's not about being fancy, it's about giving you a solid, reliable place to crash after a long day of fun. All right, this is probably the most important part of the whole thing. Every single hotel has trade-offs. So let's get into the good stuff and the not-so-good stuff so you can weigh the pros and cons for yourself. Let's break this down side by side. On the perk side, we've got a free waffle breakfast. That's a huge money saver. Free parking in Anaheim is basically like finding a pot of gold, and people just rave about how friendly the staff is. Plus, you get a pool, a jacuzzi, and you can even see the fireworks from the parking lot. Now for the quirks. The hotel is near a busy street and the freeway, so noise can be an issue, and some folks say the walls are a little thin. A few guests mentioned the mattresses are super soft, which might be a pro or a con for you, and while it's clean, some of the decor feels a bit dated. Hey, just gonna jump in here for a second. If you're finding all these details helpful for your trip planning, do us a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us know you want more explainers like this one, breaking down all the options for you. Thanks! Okay, let's bring it all home. We've talked location, we've talked rooms, and we've weighed the pros and cons. So, what's the final verdict? Is this the right hotel for your next trip?
I think the best way to think about this hotel is as your base camp for adventure. It's not the destination itself, Its whole job is to be a clean, safe, and convenient place to sleep and shower before you head out for another 12-hour day of Disney magic. So how do you know if it's the right fit for you? Well, here's a little checklist. This hotel is going to be perfect for you if you care more about value than luxury, if a free breakfast and free parking sound like a huge win, and if you really just need a clean, safe place to crash. And this is a big one, if you're a heavy sleeper or you remember to pack some earplugs. And finally, if you do decide this is the spot for you, we've pulled together a little cheat sheet with some pro tips straight from the reviews to make your stay even better.
Okay, here's your game plan. Number 1. Get down to that free breakfast before 9:30 in the morning to avoid the big rush. Number 2, remember that walking route down Disneyland Drive. Number 3, and I can't stress this enough, bring earplugs. And finally, for a pretty cool, low-key end of your night, you can actually watch the fireworks right from the hotel parking lot. A great little perk.
So really, it all boils down to this one simple question, doesn't it? For your specific trip, is having a free waffle breakfast and saving a few $100 worth a 20-minute walk and putting up with some street noise? That is the trade-off. And now, you've got all the info you need to answer that for yourself. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.